It's going back to that last read that the hard part is getting ready to be over. You know, these cycles, these lessons and patterns that we're playing out, like it's all getting ready to end out to a friend, or like if you have an actual therapist or maybe chat GBT or something, you could just be venting out maybe to your spirit team. You know, you could just be talking by yourself in a room, but you're talking to your spirit team and whatnot. Like, you know, like I want what is mine. Like I've done enough, I've done. And so you have dealt with a lot of karmic people, whether that's in your personal life, whether that's friends, family, the neighborhood, the workplace, right? The demon falling in love with the angel. Because the moon, it's like people try to get with you because of the money you have. A lot of karmic people that they actually start to fall in love with you. They all felt in their spirit that the money's gonna be running dry. You're welcome back to the channel. Starcy Side here. If you're new, make sure to subscribe and join the Soul Tribe. We have a read for you guys, okay? This is whatever comes up. It is a general read. Take what resonates, only with us behind. Cross watchers, you are welcome. This message is also timeless. I want to thank everyone for all the support. And with all that out of the way, we're going to get started. Thank you so much, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, universe, galactic beings, ancient ancestors, elders. Guidance in this read for my Taurians. What messages do you have for us? Truly grateful for your divine guidance and celestial light. You know what I'm getting? Those chips that are like, I forgot what they're called, but they're like the triangle, like they're triangular shape, and then they have the cone. Like they have a little cone opening at the bottom. They almost look like a little witch's hat. I remember I used to be so addicted to those when I was a kid, but I think they have them in cheese flavor. It's not Doritos, it's something else. I forgot what it's called. Here we have Cancer. On the side, Chariot, and the Moon on the side. Cancer energy. We have number 11, diagonal upright, Justice on the side and upright. Venus getting ready to station direct. Venus in transit, Libra energy. Here we have the Sun. Leo the Lion. The Sun and the Strength card upright. We have too busy winning. A trophy. A prize. Always party. Bad karma. Fishing for comments. Something fell on the roof, those acorns, because I live right near this wood. Like, it's natural woods. Like, it's not, you know, woods that they planted trees and shrubs. Like, this is original woods that was on the land and whatnot. So we have a lot of acorns, like big acorns from these trees. And as we move into the fall, the acorns all start falling off the tree or whatever. These acorns, these nuts, some of them look like really, really tiny green coconuts, and they fall on the roof or on the shed, and they make this loud, you know, noise. So something here about fishing for comments. Somebody here is being sketchy or weird. Let's see. No, no. Somebody here is going to therapy. Somebody has a therapist, or somebody uses ChatGPT as a therapist. Too busy winning, always partying. Bad karma. It's strange, Taurus. I'm getting here. This isn't really so much the tea, more so that you want your victory. You want what's yours. It is something here about you feeling like you have waited long enough for something. Like, when is this spell of bad karma, this cycle? That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing cycle. Like, you could be asking, when is this cycle going to end? Like, when am I going to be celebrating, enjoying, you know, life to the fullest, and being recognized for my achievements? Because you have achieved a lot in your life, is what I'm getting. You went to school or you started a business. It's something here. And you could be venting out to a friend, or like if you have an actual therapist or maybe chat GBT or something, you could just be venting out maybe to your spirit team. You know, you could just be talking by yourself in a room, but you're talking to your spirit team and whatnot. Like, you know, like I want what is mine. Like, I've done enough, I've done made more than enough sacrifices for this ish, you know? So let's see what else they have to say. Love triangle. Crying over you. Third party, multiple lovers' choices. Crying over you. Sad, hurt, upset. Give me two other cards here. Played out. Grouping. And so you have dealt with a lot of karmic people, whether that's in your personal life, whether that's friends, family, the neighborhood, the workplace, right? But Taurus, I always said, like, some of the hardest zodiac signs to incarnate as Leo, Capricorn, Taurus, like, those are the three main ones that I say. Like, if you come here and you're a Leo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus, man, oh man, are you going to, it's like Leo, Capricorn, and Taurus before they come here to this earth, before they reincarnate, they tell the spirit team, yeah, I want the hardest SHIT. I want the hardest ish as much as possible. Like, I want to learn all the effing lessons. And the spirit guys are always like, well, this may be too much for you to deal with. But those are the three signs that are going to be adamant, like, no, I can take whatever life is going to throw my way, like this energy of the strave, like Leo energy, But Leo towards the Capricorn, like, a lot of times, as hard as it may be to believe, it really is us because I'm a Leo, but I'm also a Taurus South Node, and I'm a Capricorn rising. A lot of times, it really is our spirit before we come here. Like, I want the hardest SHIT, and I'm gonna run right through it. Like this energy of some of us really are sociopaths. Some of us really are crazy when we look in the mirror, when we look at our eyes. Sometimes we have to be honest with ourselves. I was honest with myself, y'all. I am crazy, and I'm proud of it. But anyhow, so there could have been a lot of karmic, weird people, drama starter, no facts. Something here about Netflix, impersonator, something here about inside scoop, obsessive lover. It's like I see what the cards say, but I'm getting a more intuitive feel. So if I get quiet, it's because I'm trying to really feel the energy. So bear with me, y'all. Because this impersonator looks like Michael Jackson. So now I'm thinking, what is this message here? Michael Jackson, drama starter. Michael Jackson was somebody that was famous. He was on the stage, right? These two are on the stage, or there in the back of the stage, you see that red curtain. If you ever been in a play, right, in school or college, or you have ever seen a play like Broadway, there's something here about taking the stage. No facts, but look how she's dressed up in this very luxurious dress. Look how her hair is done and whatnot. She looks very well to do. What I get here, Taurus, is this about to be your winning season? It's going back to that last read that the hard part is getting ready to be over. These cycles, these lessons and patterns that were playing out, like it's all getting ready to end. And inside scoop, it's like a lot of people here know that. A lot of people here can sense it and they want to watch, they want to learn. There's a lot of people here that want to be intimate with you, Taurus. A lot of people that want your chi, your prana, your sacral energy, regardless of who you are, your gender, your orientation, your age, because I'm really getting that there's a large age group here, like from 30 to 70. Like I'm getting a large, in between. But it's a lot of people here that are just watching. They're watching. They're all eager to see what happens next in your life. An obsessive lover and haunted. A lot of people here are going to be coming to you asking for help, asking for money. Somebody here, either in your workplace or in your family, is going to tell you something like, we need to get rich, or we need to do something fast, and it's like, wait for you to assume that I'm just gonna help you, you know, but that's what I'm getting. Like, that's what I've been getting. You know, the moment Mr. T won, the night, um, so he got, he was the winner and whatnot that day, and then I went to bed that night, and I had a dream, and I think I spoke about this, but I had a dream that I was driving in a Cybertruck or whatnot, and I had a Cybertruck because in the back I had a bunch of food, water, just a bunch of stuff that I was going to donate. And in the dream, I literally heard the devil laughing. It's not the first time the devil tried to haunt me in my dreams. He haunted me years ago when I was like really religious and into the Bible and whatnot. So I knew it was him laughing. And the laugh that I got from him was like, you made a deal with the devil, now y'all are going to pay. And in the dream, I remember I was driving by my old neighborhood and everybody was like walking. There was a lot of abandoned cars on the side of the road. A lot of them had broken windows and whatnot. And it's almost like Jehovah was showing me the future of, America, of certain places in America, if Mr. T goes unstopped, if he goes unchecked and whatnot, like a lot of people going to be hurting is essentially what I got from the dream. And so it's this energy here of like, these people, they're all on edge, even the people that voted for him, because at the end of the day, our spirit knows when something is for us and when something is not for us, or when somebody is trying to deceive us or being sneaky. Like our spirit will give us that weird feeling. And there's a lot of people that voted for, Mr. T, and they felt really weird after the fact, or they couldn't, like, they felt like something was wrong. They couldn't shake it off. Even people that voted for Mrs. H, Mrs. H, right? Um, like people felt like something was weird, something was really off, and that's why I say like you got to be careful with these elections because they're very spiritual. They're very, very spiritual. There is a spiritual essence when you are going over there into that booth and you are, you know, pressing certain buttons against somebody's name and reading certain terms, certain laws. Like this stuff is very, very spiritual, y'all. Um, and so it can just be very, very weird, the whole energy. But it's like, regardless of who these karmic people voted for, because there are plenty of karmics that voted for Mr. T, plenty of karmics that voted for Mrs. H. It's like they all felt in their spirit that the money's going to be running dry. So they're going to be looking over at you, Taurus, the world, wanting to pop bottles, celebrate with you, dance the night away when you come into your success. Because they're not trying to be in the Five of Pentacles, struggling, Four of Pentacles, holding on to whatever little they may have left. They're not trying to do that. And so you're primary target number one. So everything you went through, Taurus, I almost feel like a part of it was to help you develop healthy boundaries for yourself, standing up for yourself, and also knowing where to draw the line because karmic energies, sometimes for some of us, that's a lifelong lesson. Like sometimes we are going to be dealing with karmics. Sometimes some of us get with karmic as friend, or some of us may even marry karmic at one point, have children with karmic. So it brings a lot of lessons. It brings a lot of lessons and a lot of drama, a lot of chaos. And so this next stage of your life, Taurus, where you come into your wealth and your prosperity, is one where you will have to tell certain people no with the Two of Swords and Knight of Pentacles. And a lot of people will want your love. You see, here's the thing. A lot of people are going to try to worm their way in to you because they want money, but it's like, it's so fascinating because the moon, it's like people try to get with you because of the money you have. A lot of karmic people, that they actually start to fall in love with you. The demon falling in love with the angel. I'm telling y'all, Hangman, Strength. Page of Cups and the Wheel. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. A lot of people going to want to marry you. And yes, do they want to get married you because of what you have in your wallet? Absolutely. That's their initial stance. But as they get to know you, they fall in love with you. They fall in love. You warm up somebody's heart. Somebody here can evolve from karmic to a divine feminine or a divine masculine. Maybe that was the lesson all along. You were going to be a catalyst to somebody here. So it's very possible that somebody that you get married to in your future is a karmic that was trying to get your money, but then as they get to know you, they fall in love with you and they change, they evolve. And just like that, a collective energy of evolution, of ascension. Yep, somebody gets married to you and they're able to evolve into an emperor, he, she, they, them, whoever, and walk away from their karmic behaviors, karmic lifestyles. Some of us were karmic before we got on our spiritual journey. Like I talk about karmics a lot, but there were many times where some of us were karmic or we had to be karmic. So, where some of us used to do, black magic, foo-foo, worship the dead. Like there were plenty of spiritual people, like people change, people evolve. They let go of darkness. So, does this mean you have to open the door to every person that comes asking you for money? Absolutely not. But it does mean to, see if you can find a middle ground with these energies, these cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs energies, because they're going to be scrambling. I'm telling you, if things keep going the way they've been going with Mr. T, but not just Mr. T, but also AI. You see, that's what a lot of people also aren't talking about. A lot of people underestimating AI, how AI is going to change everything. These solar flares as well will change everything. So a lot of people, they're going to be looking at you to lead the way, like you're going to be like Moses or something, regardless if you're a man or a woman, regardless of your orientation, your religion, where you come from, like you're going to be like the Moses of your town, your village, or community, and these people going to be looking at you to like help them, to lead the way, to, get them networks and get them jobs and whatnot. So I don't know. I don't know how y'all going to feel about this, but this is what I'm saying. So that is your read. That's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this, and I wish you love and light. Take care.